Good morning, it's Thursday, July the 16th, and you're watching Agoracom Small Cap News TV. I'm your host, Paul Kandakos. Agoracom TV is a daily, fast-paced, edgy show, bringing you the best press releases at the open, along with the halt, so you can hopefully profit from them and potentially find your next great small cap investment. Well, folks, I'm back from vacation. I'd like to thank Jim, who did a commendable job of covering for George and I while we were away. But now it's time to get down to business. I've got 3 great press releases for you. I've got 1 from the Canadian side, 2 from the U.S. side, 1 halt to report on in the second segment of our show. So without any further ado, let's get down to business. Our lead story and top story comes out of a company called New Dawn Mining. They trade on the TSX under the symbol ND, and also on the Frankfurt for our European friends under the symbol 3DM. The company is announcing their gold sales from their Turk mine, which is located in Zimbabwe, for the quarter ended June 30th, 2009. Got some highlights. The sale of gold from gold produced at New Dawn's Turk mine in Zimbabwe totaled $2,863,000, and that's for the quarter. They're also announcing that 3,122 ounces of gold were sold at an average net sales price of $917, and that's US dollars per ounce of gold, and all sales proceeds have been received by the company. A little bit about the company. They're a junior gold company concentrating its efforts in southern Africa. They're well established there with 3 mines, 2 production facilities, and a skilled and experienced workforce with significant resources. Recently, 2 NI 43-101 reports documented an aggregate of just under 1 million ounces of gold reserves and resources grading between 2.9 and 6.1 grams per ton, with additional inferred mineral resources of 355,000 ounces of gold, grading between 3.9 and 5.91 grams per ton of gold. Company's last at 98 cents, high of $1.85, low of 5 cents, and a market cap of approximately $28 million. Disclaimer time, they are an Agoracom client. However, as always, the news stands on its own 2 feet. Moving over to the U.S. side, China Digital Communications. They trade on the bulletin board under the symbol CMT. The company are issuing revenue and earnings guidance for 2009. The company is a manufacturer and distributor of battery components in China. They've got some projections for us. Projected revenue for the full year 2009 is expected to be approximately $23 to $25 million. That's up from $19.7 million in fiscal year 08, which represents a potential increase of 17 to 27% of revenue. Additionally, we've got net income for the full year is expected to be approximately $5.3 to $6 million. That's up from $4.9 million in fiscal 08, or an approximate increase of 8 to 22%. A little bit about the company. They're a manufacturer and developer of advanced telecommunications equipment in China, and its products are used to power mobile phones, MP3 players, laptops, and digital cameras, just to name a few of the electronics. Company's last at $1.96, high of $2.39, low of 20 cents, market cap of approximately $10 million. Moving on to our last company, they're called Deere Consumer Products. They trade on the bulletin board under the symbol DCPD, but don't bother writing that down, because as of tomorrow, they're going to be listed on the NASDAQ under the symbol DEER. What else? And the company is also giving us guidance for 2009. They're saying they're raising their guidance. The company is one of the world's largest manufacturers of home and kitchen electronics, targeting both international and the Chinese domestic market. We've got some guidance, as I'd mentioned. They're raising their 2009 earnings guidance to between 86 and 91 cents per share, or approximately $10 million in net income. They're also raising their revenue guidance to approximately $81, and that's up from $43.8 million, which they recorded as per their GAAP 2008 revenue. And net income was $3.4 million, and those were all on 2008 GAAP numbers. The company, a little bit about them, they're supported by more than 103 patents. They're a market leader in design, manufacture, and sale of home and kitchen electric appliances, targeting the vast Chinese domestic consumer market and other international markets. Company is last at $9.80, high of $9.90, low of 92 cents, and a market cap of approximately $105 million. As I'd mentioned, I've got 1 halt for you. It comes from Northern Continental Resources, trades on the venture under the symbol NCR. They've been halted pending news. That's a wrap for today's show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Paul Kandakos. Make sure to join us again tomorrow. We've got more great press releases and halts at the open.